Hello, 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 hello. Is it working?
Oliver's just such a legend, he's like, can't cancel Quidditch, Professor. And Dumbledore's Professor Dumbledore,
Oh,
I've got some good news. Everyone's exams have been cancelled, everybody.
I'm still watching Drag Stream. Is it too loud? Okay. How about now? The mic wasn't in my mouth. I turned it up really loud. Let me see if I can. All right, cool. Let me you guys get to see all of my stuff. Notch it up a little. Okay. See if I can get Spotify on. It does need an update. You guys can see how well I keep my Xbox up to date. Of course, I gotta log in. Join Wi-Fi is the same device. Open Spotify on your phone or tablet. Play a song. Tap the bar at the bottom of the screen. All right. I'm sorry, Chase. I don't think they have Happy Hogwarts on on Spotify. Um, Whatever. Tap the bar on the bottom of the screen. Huh. Play Chase the Dr. Pepper song. I don't think I should do that actually now that you mention it. Oh, welcome, guys. Let me know if the game audio is the game audio even playing? Should be. You hear Potter music? Okay, let me know if it's too loud. Okay, well, unlike drag, I'm not worried about copyright unless it, takes the video down. Alright, so welcome to Hogwarts, everybody. You've all seen it a million times on my channel, but there's a lot of updates that you guys definitely haven't seen because I haven't said a word about any of it, not on Twitter or really anywhere. Um, so we're gonna look at some of that today. We're just gonna look around Hogwarts, see what we'll go to places chat wants to see. That song's pretty loud. Yeah, we'll go to places maybe chat wants to see. So here we are. This is my beautiful Hogwarts. It's a little laggy on my Xbox because it's too big. You love the new lake design? I love the new lake design too, to be honest. I am so happy with how it came out. Hello, Crazy Panda. You want to see the Great Hall? Alright, we'll go into the Great Hall. So there's actually something new with the Great Hall, and I absolutely took this idea from Chase in the chat. Um, since the since the glass and the walls now connect to each other, they make really nice paneled windows, especially for curved buildings. Let me see if I can fix some of this frame rate. We'll lower the render distance a little bit because it doesn't really need to be 22 chunks for any good reason at all. We'll lower the anti-aliasing down a little bit too. That's a little bit more smooth. You ever gonna make the Yule Ball? That's not really up to me. That's more up to if Belkov can make it work. I'd absolutely love to do the Yule Ball, but you know, it comes down to how practical it is, really. So here's the entrance hall. Obviously, you've probably seen this a million times. Currently, the Great Hall is set up for Halloween. 16 more than enough. Yule Ball would be a challenge, dude. It's diagonal. Yeah, that's what I figured. So yeah, Great Hall is currently set up for... Oh, that's a new thing too I haven't shown in a video. So we now have the night sky. If I change it to night, maybe it'll look a little better. We have now the sky in the Great Hall. Chase left it on Halloween. That's fine. I mean, it's almost October. I was going to leave it like this anyway. But if we ever do have the Yule Ball, it'll probably be similar to this in the sense that it's just a button press to switch between the two. Let me do its thing real quick. People people are trying to get me into lag switches. I ain't doing that. The roof is amazing. I agree. This was 100% Chase and Belkov's idea. I had no clue that this was even a possibility. Back when I was first building Hogwarts, I wanted to do a roof like this with the end. You know, like the little blocks that show up when you place an end portal. But back then it wasn't really possible because the bottom side of the end portal frames, I guess you could call them, were just see-through. But there is a block now in the nether, or not the nether, in the end that you can actually, it's the void block. So you can actually take that and clone it multiple times. And yeah, then you get this. An absolutely awesome addition to the Great Hall. One of my favorite parts about it now. So yeah, that's the Great Hall. Definitely adds to the atmosphere. I agree, 100%. It's very classic Hogwarts, for sure. Down here's the trophy room. Usually I hate 1x1 staircases, but there was really no other way to make this staircase without doing that. Here's the trophy room. Nothing really fancy about it. The ceiling's pretty nice, but other than that, it's just the trophy room. If you guys have any requests of what you want to see, feel free. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go through pretty much not everything, but most things probably. We also changed the door on the Great Hall to be barrels, mainly because I was told and found out that the door to the Great Hall actually goes all the way up past the clock. So, yeah, and the clock design was also changed a little bit. Go to the Gryffindor common room. Show them the wands at the end. Yeah, I'll show them the wands at the end. The wands are also another thing that is a big change between version 3 and the upcoming version 4. Thank you, Panda. I don't know if he's watching the stream, but I'll say thank you. Alright, so we'll go look at Gryffindor common room. So, the last download did have the custom resource pack. Nothing's really changed about it. Here's Gryffindor common room. Just join when will version 4 be out? Hopefully soon. Can you go to the path in the Mirror of Erised with Fluffy? I will do that right after this. I also have to change these windows. So we got a new window design. I'll show you guys later. For fake windows, which look beautiful. I'm gonna switch it back to daytime. So we go up here. This is the boys' dorm. If you guys have ever downloaded the map, this might be new. There's a little like hidden area. The girls also have a new thing on their side. The dorm themselves haven't really changed at all. It's still the same stuff, same renamed items. People ask all the time in not only the comments on MCPDL, but also in the YouTube comments, where you can get the invisibility cloak. It's literally just in Harry's chest. So, and the same thing goes for advanced potion making, which are things you need for the Room of Requirement and for the Master of Death thing. So, I'm actually going to grab the invisibility cloak, because since so many people have asked about the Master of Death thing, I might as well show it off. Just don't go spoiling it for everybody. V4 is actually depending on me doing my job, but I've been procrastinating. Yeah, it's not necessarily just you, Belkov, because we've done 2 renovations since version 3. 2. I usually only do like 1 renovation a year, and I'd say that's pretty good. But for some reason we decided to do more than 1 this year, and that's all Chase's fault. So you can either yell and or thank him. For some reason this painting's missing. Missing. Poetic dude. Hey, Urban. What's up? And the potion book, the Half-Blood Princess, and the potions class. Yeah, I figured that they might be different. I'll grab that one too. So somebody wanted to see the 3rd floor. This is actually one of the new things. As you can see, there's still a command block sitting here, but that's just temporary. We'll look at this in a minute. I do want to show you guys what we did, but I want to show why before I show you what's in there. So we changed the 3rd floor corridor from being a floor below to being up here because I didn't like the way that the staircase was going up to the 3rd floor. Say ho? Ho. So, this is Fluffy's chamber. If you guys have downloaded the map and have explored it relatively a decent bit, you'll have seen Fluffy's chamber, but somebody requested it, so we're going to check it out. So this is the Devil's Snare. It's just a cobweb, but it works. What's going on with the Fantastic Beasts map? We don't really have anything Fantastic Beasts related in plans. If you're talking about the part in the commands area, that was just Belkov messing around. So it's not necessarily something I'm looking into doing because there's still a lot left to do in the Harry Potter universe. Thanks for the tour the other day. Your Hogwarts is awesome. Thank you. 1.17 coming up soon. Hopefully new blocks you can use. I actually really like the blocks from the Nether update. I use them a lot, not just on this map, but other stuff too. I really like the new Nether blocks. So Belkov actually made this animation. I think it might be in version 3, but if you guys haven't seen it, it's absolutely amazing. So the queen takes Ron's knight and destroys it. And then we get the bishop to check the king, or checkmate the king. The bishop in this case would have been Harry, but obviously we can't just stick Harry Potter in the map. So who made the texture pack for the wands and stuff? I did. My friend Brent helped me put it together. Belkov contributed the paintings. The original intention for the resource pack was just to get the black nether bricks because I really wanted black nether bricks for the roofs. But we kind of just expanded it. I think Belkov also got the wands. And then we obviously changed the coal blocks to the ministry bricks, which is another thing I really wanted to do with a custom resource pack. So that's that. Also, I was thinking that with the new fire, this room can actually be updated to have blue flames like it was. I promise there is some sort of scene in some back room somewhere that shows this scene in not in the Sorcerer's Stone movie, but I'm pretty sure it's a behind the scenes, some sort of behind the scenes. I don't know. I just remember it in my head, and I'm not sure if it even exists. But I could have sworn it was blue flames up there, so I'm gonna have to change that on the realm. I'm just changing it like right now for, prosperity's sake, I guess. Here's the Mirror of Erised. I don't know how many of you guys have downloaded the map and have checked out the Mirror of Erised, not only here but in the room for the mirror. But if you've looked at the sign and you don't know what it says, well, it's messed up. Connor miswrote the bottom, but it's supposed to say, "I show not your face but your heart's desire," backwards. It's weirdly spaced though, so... And obviously we have both the Sorcerer's and Philosopher's Stone because, I understand that, it's not just me that's playing on the map, so even if it's Sorcerer's Stone for me, it's not Philosopher's Stone for other people. I don't know what I'm saying. Hermione's fire jar. Yeah, I mean, the room that is before the room with the Mirror of Erised's obviously in the book, as well as the troll area, which I don't have the troll area mainly because the fire room is kind of practical, right? You can make that in Minecraft and use like a fire resistance potion to get through it and that sort of thing. But it's not very practical for to have a troll room in Minecraft unless you have like custom textures or custom models for the trolls and like behaviors and stuff like that. And I don't know how to do any of that. So can we see the Hufflepuff common room? Yes, we can, because that's actually something I recently renovated and I think you guys are really gonna like it. But we're gonna look at this because this is a new big thing. And I'll show you why after we look through it, but this is the 7th floor corridor. And if you've seen Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows Part 2, you've seen the 7th floor corridor. So it's not actually on the staircase. Now, it's meant to be a seamless teleport, so it's hard to tell that you're changing from one area to another. which again, this is something Belkov did, and he's really good at doing seamless doors. You might have seen in the download the tent in the Forest of Dean and the carriage, the Bobatton's carriage. It's also super smooth. So that's 100% Belkov's doing. Again, with like all of the commands, it's all Belkov's doing because he's just the best. So this is the new Windows I was talking about. I think somebody in chat actually has this on their Hogwarts. I think it's Brian. Brian had this design on his Hogwarts for the like the false windows, and I think they look really nice. So it kind of feels like you're in the castle and not hidden in a dank chamber underneath it. But yeah. So right here we have Slughorn's new office, and I really like how this came out. So yeah, here it is. I really, really like how this came out. I used the new Soul Soil for the wallpaper because he has like a really oriental brown wallpaper in his office. And I thought that the Soul Soil looked really good for it. And then there's the chairs, from his favorites meeting in Half-Blood Prince. I had an idea to put snow around Hogwarts, but my phone had broken and I'd lost the whole process. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that really stinks. I also have Dragonod posted a few pictures of my map with snow on it, and at some point I do want to make a snowy version of Hogwarts, but that will be later down the line. But yeah, here's like his wall of favorites and the piano, and I did this cool trick with putting lanterns on brewing stands for like really fancy, ornate lights. You can't just place them on top. Even if you crouch, it doesn't work. What you have to do is do /set block where you're standing or anywhere else, and you can set block the lantern on top. So it's a really decent idea for making these ornate style lanterns. Hello there, General Kenobi. How's it going? My name's Medic. Nice to meet you. Okay. Slughorn's office is great. It looks really good. Thank you. I really like how this came out too. Originally, obviously, it was in the training grounds towers, and because of that, I had to make it sideways. And in general, making stuff sideways in Minecraft's a little janky. So I feel like having it straight is... Obviously, it's a lot easier to make and detail and all that. So unfortunately, I can't show you guys the room of requirement because it's not done. We had to take it out, and we're putting it here. We have all this room now, so places like the room where everything's hidden and like Dumbledore's army rooms are going to be much bigger. Am I on a realm right now? I'm not on the realm right now, but I do have a realm for my Hogwarts. This is the new Charms class. So, yeah, I mean, it's just Charms. I did put a new type of candelabra with the new soul torches and stuff. Again, I love the new nether blocks. They're sick. But yeah, this is Charms. I did a little fancy ceiling. It's nothing crazy, it's Charms. You've seen it a million times before if you've been looking at other Minecraft Hogwarts. It's nothing crazy. But I did do a little detail here with making the floor a little brighter because it's like, the heat sort of peeling up the like the stain on the wood. It's a little small detail. Is the realm open to the public? I am not against making the realm open to people who really want to be on the realm. The only problem is it's only a 3-person realm, and I don't want there to be a situation where if I really need to work on something on the realm, and with like Belkov and Chase and me and like Connor or anybody, and it becomes too full to where like they can't join. I just don't want a scenario like that. Is the bookshelf reference to the professor standing on it? Yes, it is. Yeah. So obviously I can't do like book stacks and stuff like that. I You can do custom models on Bedrock, and I've seen them done before. I'm obviously a part of a marketplace team. I've stated that before. So like I've seen stuff done like that, and I could probably just ask people to help me do that. But I don't know. It's nothing really up my alley, so to speak. How can you download the map if you have an Xbox? Alright, so here's the thing. Xbox is weird when it comes to map downloads. I know there's ways you can do it through like third-party softwares, and I never recommend people to do that because I don't know how sketchy or how trustworthy they are, which is the reason why when somebody's like, "Oh, how can I download the map?" yada yada, I always tell them that the best way to do it is you download the map on your phone or on your PC. You then upload it to a realm. Burnt meatball, what the hell? You download it to a realm, or upload it to a realm, excuse me. Most of the time, if you're new to Minecraft Bedrock, you can get a free realm for 30 days. So yeah, and even then, realms are like $3 for a month if you get like the 3-person realms. It sucks that you have to pay, but I'm sorry. But yeah, if you put it on the realm and then you go onto your Xbox, you can go to your realm and then download the map off the realm onto your console. So that's to me that's the easiest way to transfer maps. That's how I transferred my map to PC. So yeah, I'm sorry that it's like a realm thing and you have to pay for it, but I don't know. To me, it's the easier way. I don't trust a lot of like janky third-party programs. That stuff kind of scares me. So I'm playing V3 right now. Awesome. I used my free realm trial to get V3 on my Xbox. So is there an easier way to get V4 other than paying for a download? Unfortunately, there's not an easier way. But like I said, if you Google, how to do it, you might find YouTube videos that may work. But like I said, I don't recommend it because I don't know how trustworthy they are. And the last thing I want to do is send you guys on a wild goose chase to download this program and that program and this program to transfer the map over, and the chances are your console breaks or something. It's ugh. I don't want that. I don't want me to be the person that sends you over to that. So if you want to look into it on your own time, go be my guest. If it helps you get the map, by all means, but it's not something I recommend doing. So yeah. Other changes from V3 to V4, we made the lookout tower skinnier. It doesn't have the extra spiral staircase on the outside. And then we made the stone bridges bigger and more accurate, and they have a much better arch now. As well as I got rid of the second viaduct bridge that used to be between this and replaced it with the one from the Deathly Hallows, since the castle is based off Deathly Hallows. Do you intend to build places from Fantastic Beasts? Not really, no. Have you ever thought of using a different block color for your roof? No, because I really like the black. I know that it's not accurate, and I did actually make a new roof color for Chase's Hogwarts, which is really nice in my opinion, but I don't think it would fit with the aesthetic that I'm going for, which is Deathly Hallows. And a lot of people also ask why I didn't build the castle out of sandstone, and that's mainly because in the later movies, Hogwarts is kind of really dark, and even though it still kind of has the same color tones as the earlier movies, because of the lighting and the way it's presented, it's a lot darker. So I wanted to capture the theme of the castle being more dark and, you know, sketchy and weird. There are ways to do it without using realms. Unfortunately, the old system of file searching thing was gutted, and it does work. There's a system file thing app that does work and has a trial thing. Again, yeah, I know that that exists. I've seen it, but like, yeah, I don't know. To me, still the easiest way to do it is realms. Um, what's my Hogwarts house? So in Pottermore, back in the day when Pottermore was first a thing, I took the test and I was a Gryffindor. I don't like doing tests multiple times because I feel like you're less honest if you do them more than once. So I've never done it again. So I'm just a Gryffindor. Um, my wand is a pear and phoenix feather, 11 and 3/4 inches, slightly springy. And my Ilvermorny house is Thunderbird. My Patronus is also a white stallion. You're a fan of the stone brick over the sandstone? I am only when it comes to later versions of Hogwarts. For example, Chase builds a Sorcerer's Stone. Knowledge. Chase builds a Sorcerer's Stone style Hogwarts. And I think that Sandstone fits a lot better for the earlier version of Hogwarts just because the general tone of those earlier movies was less dark. But yeah, anyway, this is the new corridor that leads out to the walkway, which I didn't used to have, and then the bridge that leads over to the viaduct. I do want to change a bit of the viaduct entrance at some point. I kind of want to do better arches on the ceilings, not the wood ones, but like better ones. I don't know how to explain it. So you don't need to buy the actual application, but it's basically the old system file moving application thing. It takes at most like an hour probably, but that's load times and I assume the hard drive. Yeah, it always comes down to that. So yeah, so there's no like upper floor that takes you up to, or there is, but there's now a new staircase that brings you to the lower stone bridge, which connects to the staircase in the watchtower, and this staircase will take you over to the quad, which is what we're in now. And then if you go down a little bit further, it takes you into the corridor that takes you out to the new bridge. So this whole area is kind of connected by the watchtower, which is good because I feel like the watchtower before wasn't too integral. And yeah, so the second part of the stone bridge is also connected to the watchtower. And then there also is this staircase here that leads up to the stone bridge, which is kind of in the same spot that it was before. So that didn't really change too much. The tapestry corridor didn't change too much either. This hallway did get a big change because I hated how open the bottom part of the astronomy tower was. So now it's a lot more closed in this hallway. And I really like the ceiling design. Me and Chase hammered this out pretty quickly. We now have the doors out to the balcony on the astronomy tower as well. But the thing is, my astronomy tower is dummy thick. As you can see, it's very, it's a big boy. So the balcony is not very big. But it's there. The door's supposed to be there, so it's there. How accurate would you say your castle is to, let's say, the final Deathly Hallows castle? Because the directors throughout the movies kept changing the castle for some reason. I would say, in terms of exterior, about 90%. At least now, because you guys are going to see a change very shortly that you're going to be like, oh my god, I can't believe you moved that or got rid of that. But there is one thing that I'm going to keep inaccurate on purpose, which again I'll show you in a minute. But the bottom part of the astronomy tower now connects the new side hallways that I believe are in the version 3 download to the long gallery. which I absolutely adore the long gallery interior. I download the map off Minecraft Worlds. Do you think you could update it on there? I don't know. Minecraft Worlds, is that like an app? Or are you talking about MCPDL? Because it should be updated on MCPDL. If it's not updated on a specific app, that's just the app's problem. See you, Crazy Panda. We'll give him a wave if my game will stop freezing. Oh, never mind. My emotes aren't set on the Xbox. Hufflepuff gang. Oh god, yeah, I forgot to look at the Hufflepuff common room. I'm sorry. So this would be a good reference as well for people who, again, ask where certain common rooms are. I know they're not super obvious, which is kind of intentional, but at the same time, I understand that people really want to see certain common rooms. So it's down in the basements. There's this barrel, the big barrel, and these two small barrels. You hit this button, and it opens the door on the big barrel, and that brings you into the Hufflepuff common room. Now, the Hufflepuff common room, this is a new interior. I just made this one maybe a week or so ago, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it because I really love how it came out. This is probably one of my favorite common rooms in the castle right now. So, say hello to the new Hufflepuff common room. Found out the prefect's bathroom apparently is supposed to be in the medical wing, like where it is now, to be honest, and the updated on MCPL. I did find out as well that it is also there. I don't know if I'll move it, but yeah. Seemed like a solid blow. Thank you. Who made the banners? Because I love all designs. Belkov made the banners, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Hufflepuff common room. I really love how it came out. I actually used the honeycomb block for wallpaper, which I really like. Nice chandelier as well, and obviously the wood designs. I wanted to keep it very earthy because of how just Hufflepuffs are kind of perceived, right? And then there's the hallway for the dorms. If you guys remember before, the dorms were kind of crappy and only had like 3 beds in them, and they had weird staircases for some reason. Well, now they're here. They're very warm and woody, and I really like this common room. I'm really happy with how it came out. Have you got Fred and George's bathroom from the early PS2 games? I do, actually. Have you considered changing the textures of parrots to owls and villagers to students? Not villagers, but we did think about owls for a brief time. Again, I'm not good at texturing. Our texture pack for the map is very, very simple. And even then, it's a gigantic headache to figure out for somebody who's not very well versed in texturing. So I'm not sure how model texturing is. So if we can figure it out, absolutely. If we can't, probably not. Can you add more teleportation to different rooms in Hogwarts in the teleport hubs, such as the common rooms and the charms class? That would be something, actually, that would be a good idea. If Belkov would be open to expanding his teleport room, I think the Hogwarts wing side of it could absolutely use some more rooms in it. So yeah, I agree. Maybe we'll do that. Thank you for the suggestion. Have I tackled the creating Diagon Alley? We have, and I'll show that off as well. Hufflepuff looks lit now. Good job. Thank you. I really like it. Like, I was really happy with how it came out. I like the bedroom design. It's honestly great. Also, suggestion, if you ever look around at texturing, I'd suggest changing Bo's wand textures to add a little... It's funny you say that. Velkov told me to save it for the end, but I guess I'll show it off now since you kind of let the monkey out of the bag. So our bow textures are actually wands now, and they do shoot magic. which will be in the version 4 download. How do you access the room of requirement? I haven't been able to access it. So, um, I will show you where it used to be. So I got rid of the training grounds towers mainly because they did not exist in the Deathly Hollows. And I know it's weird because I had a lot of interiors in there and we had to make a whole different 7th floor. But this is way more accurate to Deathly Hollows, just having the one training grounds tower here. It stinks because I like the training grounds towers, but again, it's an accuracy thing. So, I'm sorry. I know it's not a big deal to you guys, probably, but it's a big deal to me. It actually took a lot for me to consider putting rooms in a false interior because I don't like doing false interiors unless it's things like the Bobatton's carriage and stuff where like a false interior makes sense. Freaking out over the bows. Thank you. I really Belkov honestly comes up with some of the craziest stuff sometimes, and I'm so happy when he does. Cause like the wand thing was just something he just decided to do one day, and I came on and it was just there, and he was like, "Look at this, isn't it cool?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's amazing." So yeah, like the wands are really cool. I would add some little plants and pots to the Hufflepuff common room. In my opinion, it's a little too monochromatic. I mean, I can't. There are a few places with plants. Have you changed the dueling club? So the dueling club that was in the version 3 download um, is a bit weird because it wasn't supposed to be in the download because it was just a room that Belkov used for testing the wands. Um, so no, the dueling room really hasn't changed. It was cleaned up a little bit to get rid of the command blocks that were there. But now it's just the dueling room. So you and your friends can, grab a couple bows and just shoot these at each other. When you have a bow, you automatically get this right here, which is just the arrow retextured, but you need it in order to shoot this. But it automatically goes into your inventory when you shoot, so you don't have to worry about getting spells or anything. Like your wand works automatically. Chamber of Secrets, Chamber of Secrets, Chamber of Secrets. All right, we'll look at the Chamber of Secrets in a minute. I promise. Just say this, and I love your map. What's up? I'm good. Where did you put your library? The library is in the astronomy tower, and it's separated into 2 rooms, which stinks. I want to look again at doing the library because right now I think it's really plain, and I think we could do a much better job on it. I left a review on MCPL, and I don't remember if I suggested it, but I thought about turning bows into wands, and that's so cool to see. Yeah, you might have, honestly, Belkov might have seen your comment, because he reads a lot more of the comments on there than I do. Not saying that I don't, because I absolutely do. But, yeah. We changed the grounds a little bit. I'm sorry. We've been sitting here in the training grounds for a while as I answer questions. Can we download this yet? Not yet. Can you try to make different arrows, different spells? That would be up to Belkov. But yeah, I think originally when he created the bow, he thought about using the different tipped arrows as different spells. So if it's something he wants to look into, that's 100% on him. Again, I don't do the commands on this map. That's all Belkov's work. So if that's something he wants to do, then absolutely. Is there a way to teleport from the astronomy tower to the Horcrux cave? I don't know. Maybe. Would you ever consider making a map like this for another franchise such as Friends? I did make a Fallout New Vegas map, and on one of my older cities I did make Dunder Mifflin from The Office. But those are just small things. Yeah. Belkov in the Chamber of Command blocks. We'll look at the Chamber of Secrets real quick, and I'll come back out here and show you guys what I wanted to show you, because the Chamber of Secrets is getting requested. So I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the animation for this thing might have changed since the last time you guys saw it. So here's Moaning Myrtle's bathroom. It's in the North Tower. We hit this button, and this works like so. Oh, that's right. You can use the wand on the sink. All right, hold on. Is Dunder Mifflin downloadable? It's not because I don't have that map anymore. I made it a long time ago. All right, I'm putting on the. Oh, is it borked? It's slow. It might have been. I don't know. All right, so yeah. Did you ever decide and add pipes to the Chamber of Secrets? There is one pipe. Have you got the area where Harry goes to speak to Helena Ravenclaw? I'm not really sure where it should be. All right. So the thing about the um that area from Deathly Hallows is that I don't think anybody knows where it is. We have an entire Discord on Dragonod's Discord that is responsible for referencing certain parts of Hogwarts, and nobody's been able to figure out where that scene's from. So, no. So this is the way down to the Chamber of Secrets. This is the area where the rocks fall. There's a little animation for opening the door. We spoke some parcel tongue at it. And here's the Chamber of Secrets. You have a Discord server? I don't have a Discord server. Planet Dragonod is a Discord server. If you've ever seen Dragonod on Discord or on YouTube, he's currently doing an awesome Hogwarts tutorial. His Discord server is really good for just because everybody there builds Hogwartses, so everybody's just trying to help each other with references and stuff. Ignore the sand, by the way. That'll be cleaned up. That was just from the new terraforming we did. Where's the chest? The chest is currently not here because I think it might have gotten replaced by sand while we were terraforming. So yeah. This is sick. Nice. Thank you. This is the pipe that Harry gets caught in Chamber of Secrets when the snake comes around the corner and he throws the rock down the pipe. The Chamber of Secrets is like super important, and again, like I love Chamber of Secrets as a movie and as a book. But the Chamber of Secrets itself, like when you're going around on a map, it's kind of empty. There's not really much to look at in there. What's the correct plural of Hogwarts? I think Hogwarts is already plural. So if I said like Hogwartses, I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't know if it. I'm not sure. I don't remember you showing this when you gave me a tour. I should have shown you the Chamber of Secrets when I gave you a tour because that's been there for a long time. Yeah, we'll go back over to the training grounds because I really want to show you guys something. Alright, so we got rid of the training grounds, like I said. There's the new tower. So, somebody asked me earlier how accurate my Hogwarts is to Deathly Hallows, and I told them 90, and this is why. In the Deathly Hallows, for some reason, they got rid of the ruins. Literally all of the ruins in this building here, which is an iconic building in Hogwarts. It was the building... Oh, my phone's ringing. It's the building that they walk out of to get to Hagrid's hut in the second and first movie. And they just got rid of it for some reason and decided to make this wall, go all the way over to here and then turn and then go into this tower. So, and then they got rid of the ruins completely. And I don't know why, because the ruins are awesome and they would have made complete sense in the Deathly Hallows. So I'm not sure why it was removed, and I absolutely refuse to get rid of my ruins. What else would you guys have to add before it's able to download? I'm not sure. We still need to do a bit of terraforming over by the new Quidditch pitch, which I'll show you guys in a bit. And the ministry is currently being worked on as well. So yeah, and the 7th floor. We're working on the 7th floor. Didn't add the Weasley's tent. For fuck's sake. I am on Bedrock, yes. Would you want to help me build that Hogwarts? Probably not, to be honest, because it's taking me like 6 years to build, and I don't want to spend another 6 years on Hogwarts. So here's some of the new interior. This trophy area from the first movie is just a one-way now, and not a two-way. Ooh, new ministry Quidditch pitch sounds cool. How much have you changed? I will show that off. I haven't fully explored the ministry. What is in it besides the main floor? So the ministry has all of the Department of Mysteries in it, including the ones from the book. So like the brain room, the time room, the astronomy room, the veil, and the Hall of Prophecies, as well as some offices, 3 courtrooms, and Umbridge's office. Is that the Night Must Be? Yes, it is. When the next gen consoles come out, will you be able to transfer this map onto it? Most likely. So yeah, this is the new Transfiguration classroom. We had to move it because it used to be in the training grounds, but now it's over here. Chase is super excited about it, so he's here. He helped me work on this. I think it's in a pretty good spot still. Still in the Transfiguration courtyard, so that's important. Chase's ministry is awesome. Chase's ministry is awesome. Have you made the coffee shop from Deathly Hallows Part 1? Yep. Well, did we have a request? I forgot. Anyway, yeah, so we did this is a whole bunch of new terraforming over here. I think I made a video about this. I think in the last update video, I mentioned all of this new terrain that was being done. So, yeah, I got rid of the ugly mountains that used to be back here and made it huge. And I know what you may be thinking, it looks a little weird, but if you've ever seen a picture of the owlry, it sits on a very weird looking rock on top of a mountain. So, and it's really high up here, and it gives honestly, it gives a really nice view of the back of Hogwarts. Where's the coffee shop in the city? I can show you. The ghost that runs at you in the classroom's awesome too. It is. The latest version of the map that's on MCP-DL, if you look up Hogwarts, it'll be Hogwarts and the surrounding areas version 3. That's currently the most up-to-date version that's on there, but it's not the most updated version of the map. So this is the owlry interior. There's a whole bunch of owl pellets everywhere because owls poop a lot, apparently. But yeah, this is all new terraforming. I went through here the other day and used a great machine that Belkov made to sort of randomize the textures on the ground. So there's podzol and coarse dirt and andesite pretty much everywhere. So I think it helps with making the areas feel a little bit more earthy. Chino's Cafe. What's the highest block? Do you go to the max? I don't. The highest tower on the map is the Grand Staircase Tower, which is right there. I believe it's like 20 blocks below height limit. And that's mainly because I didn't build my Hogwarts too high off the ground. Which is kind of stinks, but it's whatever. So yeah, this new land over here is different, obviously. I moved Hagrid's hut a lot farther away from the Whomping Willow because it wasn't supposed to be as close as it was. I added a little hill here and I put the tree in its own place, and there's a new wood bridge as well, which I think looks way nicer than the other one. And it's ironic that we're listening to the Prisoner of Azkaban soundtrack because we're here at the clock tower. This, and before people ask, yes, Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite Harry Potter movie and book and game. So this is the clock tower and the clock tower courtyard of my home. I love this place. I absolutely love this area of the castle. And the wood bridge came out so good. It came out so much better than it was before. Very proud of it. Excuse me. There's also a new Link building. I made the ceiling really fancy, and it's nice and big now. Maybe you can edit the map to raise everything to the max. No, it would break all of the commands. How to become the Master of Death? You find all of the Deathly Hallows. So we have the invisibility cloak on us, which we got from Harry's chest in Gryffindor Tower. If we come over here to Dumbledore's grave, you hit this button here. Oh, there's a donkey here. I think the donkey's ruining the command. Stupid donkey, get out of here. Get out of here. The donkey just straight up broke the commands. So yes, there's supposed to be a nice animation. And inside the chest you'll find the Elder Wand. So we have the Elder Wand and the Invisibility Cloak. And now I'm sure you're asking, where do you get the Resurrection Stone? Well, this one's a bit more obscure, and you're forgiven for not being able to find this one. But in the forest, you will find this patch here. Now, if you have the Elder Wand in your hand, you will be taken to the train station from the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This is, as they say, your party, Albus Dumbledore. So the Resurrection Stone and the Golden Snitch are in this chest. And this will take you back to where you got Avada Kedavra. So this has actually been on the map for a while, but I'm not really surprised that people weren't able to find it because it's kind of tucked away. But I will try to make sure that in the next download it's more obvious where this location is. That's amazing. Great detail. Thank you. This was actually 100% Belkov's doing, including the build. And I agree. It's really cool. So the Boban's carriage is not hidden away anymore. It's now like right behind Hagrid's hut because there's a lot more room for it. It's the same thing as before. You know, it's another seamless teleport. Nothing really changed in here. It's just the same thing. But it's really cool. Again, Belkov's idea, Belkov's doing. It's really cool. So, this area is unfinished, and I'll say that right now. Hey, Trick Show. The teleporting. This area is unfinished. It stinks, but yeah. The terraforming needs to be done over here. We need to add a bit more room so I can add the tent. But this is the new Quidditch pitch. It is absolutely massive. And this is the perfect music for this, my god. So yeah, this is the new Quidditch pitch. It used to have 18 towers, but in the Deathly Hallows it actually has 20. So this one has 20 towers. So there's 10 towers on each side. And a big change that I'm sure you guys will be happy to see because it wasn't there in any of the other downloads. There is actually stairs that will take you up to the top of the towers instead of having to fly up there. I know a lot of people have asked where the hell the stairs are or how do you get up into the towers, and well, there's now stairs that'll take you up there. They're very tall towers and you'll probably get very, very dizzy going all the way up them, but either way, you can now get up into the towers. We hammered out the pitch pretty quick. We did. It took like 3 days, I'd say, to do the new pitch. The funniest thing about the new pitch is that it's actually bigger than the Quidditch World Cup. Not in the sense that there's more blocks or anything, but just like the pitch itself is huge. It's just gigantic. As well as the trenches over here are a lot deeper now. The poles are taller. Just the pitch itself is way bigger. And it's actually based more on the Deathly Hallows and Half-Blood Prince version of the pitch, which has the stands instead of just having people stand in the middle of nowhere. So you gotta stream more. It's amazing. Thank you. I mean, I'll try to stream more. Maybe. It's just that I don't know. I'm lazy. I really am lazy. Can we see the Quidditch World Cup version? Absolutely. So I want to look at a few more things at Hogwarts first because I'm sure that there's still things that people want to see here. And then we'll look into some other stuff, like people have requested Diagon Alley and Lucchino Cafe, which we'll look at as well. I think the least we can do is look at the other two common rooms, because we looked at Gryffindor and we looked at Hufflepuff, so we might as well look at Slytherin and Ravenclaw. Since they are in new locations, and I think I forgot to show Ravenclaw common room in my recent video, so is it possible to add music when walking into certain places? Because that would be cool. It is possible, but I don't know how to do it. Hey, just woke up. Always good to wake up to a Hogwarts stream? Absolutely. Use wand for Slytherin? I will. Can you update it on Minecraft Worlds? Because I just re-downloaded the map and it doesn't have the new updates. I don't know what Minecraft Worlds is. So, I'm sorry. We added the soul blocks, or the soul lanterns and the soul torches to the dungeons because I think it fits the aesthetic a lot more. In the Death Day party room as well. Potions class hasn't really changed. It's still the same. If people didn't know, there is actually Felix Felicis in here. This is where you get the Half-Blood Prince potion book. So if you're ever wondering where to find it, it is in the potions class. And if you ever question what this room was, this is the room where Hagrid keeps Aragog in Chamber of Secrets. Oh, has an update been released on MC? It hasn't yet. No, version 4 is not out yet. I'm showing stuff that we updated, which will be in the version 4 download. Soul lanterns and torches look amazing in the dungeons. I agree. Can you show us the Dursley's house? I can. Once we get over to stuff outside of Hogwarts. So this area changed as well. No changes in terms of building, but we added the soul fires. And Snape's office hasn't changed. We're going to change the windows to the new fake interior windows I showed you guys on the 7th floor to more of the stuff down here in the dungeons because they're a lot nicer. Yeah. So yeah, the soul torches and soul lanterns look really nice. It adds a lot to the aesthetic in the dungeons. It makes them a little bit darker, and I know some people have had problems with downloading the map and it being way too dark for them, and I'm sorry about that, but I really like having a certain lighting aesthetic. I think lighting in general is a very important thing when it comes to immersion, and I know it's Minecraft and immersion is kind of a hard thing to strive for, but to me, like, when I'm playing a game or really anything, immersion's sort of a huge thing for me. So, yeah. So Belkov really wanted me to show you using the wand on this wall. So, yeah. So this is the Slytherin common room. We did change the couch to the Blackstone, as well as this back wall has some of the new, like the gilded blackstone and the polished cracked stone, the blackstone bricks and stuff. The lanterns were changed to soul lanterns and soul fires and so on and so forth, which absolutely fit Slytherin perfectly. Do you use the old Xbox games references for the corridors in the dungeons? Yes. So if you recognized the main dungeon, it's actually based on the Prisoner of Azkaban game dungeon, which is 100%. I stole this whole entire area from the Prisoner of Azkaban game. This area, and you fight. I think you fight red caps in this area in the game as well. And because in the game there's this hole here, and Malfoy, who's disguised as Ron, pushes you down here after the Quidditch event when Harry's in the hospital. He like goats you out of the bed and like pushes you down into this hole, and then you need to get help from Hermione and Ron. And then like this area is just straight up from the Prisoner of Azkaban game. Amazing how you guys did some bits of London. Thank you. Bro, that's the new version? Yes, it is. Oh, can you add better lighting / work with the lighting? There is a light block thing you can give yourself, which is the best of both worlds, I think. I have added a lot more light using light blocks. Slytherin gang. It must be amazing feeling to build this and see how far you've come. I don't even have the patience to build a small village, so major respect to you. Thank you. It does feel really nice. And I think the best feeling, and I'm not just, saying it to be like ooey gooey, but seeing so many people make videos and comments and just generally really like the map is a huge like it puts us like it makes my day sometimes when I go on the MCP EDL page and read some of the new like comments that are posted on there. It really makes me happy to see that not only that there are other people super invested in Hogwarts and Harry Potter in general, because Harry Potter is obviously a huge thing in my life, but it's also really cool for me to see that people really genuinely get enjoyment out of something I've put so much time in. So that's a huge driving factor for me, and it's probably the reason why after 6 years I'm still sitting here building. Must have missed a bit because that wand looked amazing. The particle usage would be annoying to set up. Yeah, well, it's 100% Belkov's doing. I love Hogwarts. I recognize it from the games. How long did building all the terrain take to build? Alright, so the thing is with terrain is when I did the terrain originally, I did it on Xbox One edition, so I had to do it all by hand. It took forever to do it all by hand. And that's no exaggeration. It would take days on end to do just one corner of like terraforming. Um, since then, obviously, we got commands, and we do have a system that's world edit esque light terraforming tools, which we used to make the new terrain by Hagrid's hut, as well as the new mountain that the uh, Owlery sits on, and that took a lot less time to use. So, can you upload the map sometime, please? My sister and I love playing it. What do you mean upload the map sometime? It's there's already 3 different versions of it on MCPEDL. I'm gonna leave a review on MCPEDL because I love it. Thank you. I look forward to reading it. Considering you put all your time in this, how can we not like it? Well, there's always a sense of, I don't know, there's always a sense of feeling like what you do is not good enough. And that's not, like, I'm not saying that for sympathy points or anything, because it's just, in my experience, a lot of really good Minecraft builders don't give themselves enough credit. And I've been going to therapy a lot for my anxiety lately, and I've been really working on trying to take compliments. But in general, I wasn't really the best at taking compliments. So most people that you see online will generally tell you like, "Oh, my build's fine, but it's not as good as blah 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 blah." So, yeah, I am speaking of Chase. So, yeah, in general, like, when you put something up for download, for example, there's always that idea that maybe people won't like it, or maybe it won't be received that well, yada yada, which is just, I think personally, it's not really a bad thing that you feel that way, because having your expectations low proves that you're a little bit, at least a little bit humble. Have I read all the books? Yep. What gave you the motivation to build this whole thing on this amazing map? I love Harry Potter. Minecraft, I also love greatly. And I had a lot of time on my hands, and I had a lot of people who really liked the map. So, like I stated before, if I hadn't been able to get the map out in general for people to see, putting it up on my YouTube channel or giving people tours and stuff like that, and then finally being able to put it for download and seeing how much people love and enjoy it, it's almost like I can't let go of it now, because I'd be letting a lot of people down, I think. Didn't I start building this on a Q&A a while ago? I did, yeah. So this is the I forget what it's called, Little Hangleton Graveyard from Goblet of Fire. So we have not Malfoy Manor, we have the Riddle Manor up on the hill now, and I had Belkov copy and paste a lot of my trees, so this area is really dense in trees. He also changed the biome to be a swamp biome, so the grass is a lot darker here, and it really looks good, especially at nighttime. It definitely looks a lot like Goblet of Fire. I know your build is one of the best. Thank you. How long did it take you to do the maze? The maze actually took a long time. It took at least 5 days straight, non-stop. I can't really give you an hour estimate because Bedrock doesn't really have statistics in that sense. But the maze really took a long time, and that's because previous to doing this maze, I've never built a maze before. And that proved to be a bit of a bitch, as well as I wanted to make the hedges 2 blocks wide so that you can't see through them, even if you have see-through leaves on. Because if I only did 1 block wide hedge walls, you'd be able to see right through them. and that would make the maze way too easy, so... Oh, it's not one of the best, it's the best? Thank you. Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty much Hogwarts. I guess we can go look at some stuff outside of it. Um... Oh, it's the Dementor theme. Again, I love Prisoner of Azkaban, therefore I adore this soundtrack. So this is Defense Against the Dark Arts. I always use this fireplace to teleport, even though I don't have to. So if you guys have never figured out how to use the flue powder on this map, this is how you do it. You throw it in, it sets on fire, and you walk into it. So this is the fast travel room. If you guys have never been here, welcome to the fast travel room. How? I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask Belkov. Hey, I've found all the Deathly Hallows, but I can't activate the thing in the Flue Hub. I've honestly never done it, so I guess we can look. Ta-da! This is what you get when you go into the Master of Death room. So this is our command area. This is all 100% Belkov's work. It is insanely confusing to me. Probably not very confusing to him. But all of these areas he has labeled. And again, this is something that he did. And I think it's really cool. And a really neat way to show off all the work that he's done. There's even like, you know, little buttons here that'll tell you like the reason for the stuff that he made. So like, this is one of the more elaborate and cool commands we use. It's actually a scaled up version of the logic we used for the dead trees at Little Hangleton Graveyard. We built heaps of custom tents, large and small, and when enabling this tool and dropping the corresponding custom items, large tent or small tent on grass, it'll spawn a random tent. So when we place the tents in the Quidditch World Cup area, we designed a bunch of tents and then just dropped blocks on grass and it would just spawn random tents, which is what we do for trees as well. I remember spending a good hour here. It was so interesting seeing all the commands to put the map together. I agree. Okay, thanks. I've just been throwing them down on the block. No, you just have them in your inventory and walk into it. So that's the chess set. These are two different versions of Shell Cottage. That's the little teleportation tube that we use every time we use the flue powder. Terraforming stuff. Don't remember what this tube is. Trees. This is the Ministry elevator animation, which I'll show you guys later. There's a little intro video that you get for the first time when you open up the map. Belkov is working with a way to try to make the Whomping Willow move, but I think that's not being worked on right now. Wait, how do you make trees faster? Oh my god, I didn't see this area. I'll be checking it out tomorrow. Absolutely. So, we make trees quicker simply by... Well, not simply. So we have these trees. I built these trees a long time ago. We have two different types of large spruce trees, two different types of oak trees, and a snowy spruce tree, as well as two smaller spruce trees, which I added recently in order to sort of break the mix of trees, so to speak. So they're currently turned on. If you want them to turn off, you obviously just come here and turn them off. Um, but we have certain items for cloning. Essentially, it's what it is. So what you do is we have all of our custom items here. So everything in the game on the map, all of the custom stuff. Sorry, all of the custom stuff is in here. So we have wands, we have my welcome book, we have Tom Riddle's diary, Marvell Gaunt's ring, Salazar Slytherin's locket, Helga Hufflepuff's cup, Rowena Ravenclaw's lost item, both the Sorcerer's stones, the Sword of Gryffindor, the Elder Wand, the Invisibility Cloak, the Resurrection Stone. These are supposed to be the four banners, but they look like they're blank. We're gonna have to fix that. The Sorting Hat, the Unknown map, probably supposed to be the Marauders map, but it's screwed up, probably from an update. Half-Blood Prince Potion Book, DA Coin, Rusty Key, Pine and this is Belkov's wand, Deluminator, Gringotts poem, and then for custom items for stuff like trees, we have big spruce, snow tree, small spruce, etc., big oak, small tent, large tent, rails, north, east, west, south road, and then 9x9 custom cloner. The cake's actually used for placing terrain, so in essence, it won't work here because Belkov has command stuff placed, so you can't do it. But essentially is you take the small spruce and you would throw it on the ground. See, I can't throw it because Belkov has stuff in place, but you press B or whatever button your dropper button is, and you drop it on the ground, it'll spawn a tree. I can probably show you that in a bit. Looks like something you'd see in a Warner Brothers tour, behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, so I think that was kind of the idea that Belkov wanted to do, was sort of give like a behind the scenes. It's like, because if you go out of your way to find all of the Deathly Hallows stuff, obviously you've explored the map and you're really into it. So it's just a cool way to show off. Oh, I screwed that up. It's kind of a cool way to sort of give you guys not only some insight on the stuff that he did, but also kind of reward the player for exploring. Banner better work for me. I also need to enable a favorite soundtrack. You're listening to it, Prisoner of Azkaban. Chamber of Secrets is a close one as well, because Chamber of Secrets is a fantastic soundtrack. All right. So we wanted to see Lucchino Cafe and Diagon Alley, so we're gonna teleport to St. Pancras Station. So if you guys have never been to London on my map, this is London. Are you working on any new maker projects in the map? Not sure what you're asking. If I'm working on other maps, yes, because I work on a Minecraft marketplace team, and it's my job, and I need to make maps to make money. So, what are your least favorite movie book? Oh my God, don't get me started on Half-Blood Prince. So, my least favorite book is probably the first one, and that's not because it's bad, but because it's the first one and it's the shortest, and I just love reading Harry Potter, so having the shortest book is sort of like eh. But Half-Blood Prince, my God, I will tell you right now, I really don't like the movie at all. It does one thing for me that I really like, and that is the color grading. It's very, some people hate it, some people like it. I really like the color grading in Half-Blood Prince, personally. But it has so many things taken out of the book, and usually I don't care about that stuff because, every Harry Potter movie has stuff that's missing from the books. But Half-Blood Prince just adds stuff and takes stuff away for no good reason, and it misses out on some important things like the Battle of the Astronomy Tower and Hogwarts or Dumbledore's funeral and stuff like that it just pisses me off. So I don't know. Can I go to Grimmauld Place? Yeah. Do you think we could ever get a Discord server for this and you could like keep us updated, give us sneak peeks, and it would just be a cool place to chat and chill? I don't know about making my own Discord server for it, mostly because I don't know how. And I also usually post updates on Dragonod's Discord server. So if Chase would like and be so or Belkov or any of my mods would be so nice, you can post Drag's Discord link in the chat for people who want to go on there because it's a really cool place if you like talking about Hogwarts and stuff. I feel the same way about the Half-Blood Prince movie. It's my favorite book, though. The book is amazing. It's my second favorite book. Absolutely, I love that. The Half-Blood Prince is an amazing book, but the movie is just a huge downgrade. Half-Blood Prince is shot by someone called Bruno, is a great cinematographer. Yeah, it's shot beautifully. I really like it in terms of like on the filmmaking sense. I don't think it's as good as POA. Like I don't think Alfonso Cuarón could be beaten for director in any of the Harry Potter movies. That's just my opinion. Christopher Columbus did a great job as well with the first two movies, but I feel like Alfonso brought something really unique and changed a lot of what Hogwarts and Harry Potter is. And also just some of his shots, like this, like the moving shots that he used a lot in his works, and like the mirror shots and the glass camera shots and stuff like that were some of the most mesmerizing shots when I was a kid. And even now, like I still don't know how he does the shots where he moves camera through glass. It's so cool. Started to read the books and I'm so excited to read them all. Good, dude. They're awesome. Well, if you ever want a Discord, I could help make one for you and then transfer ownership. I mean, I'll think about it. I will think about it. So, Diagon Alley. Someone was asking about Diagon Alley earlier. Here it is. So, we are here. Chase has been slowly updating certain things here. Did the link go through? I don't think it did. What are your feelings of one last Harry Potter movie? I would be fine if they made The Cursed Child as a movie. I really would. Just because I like seeing more Harry Potter. I know a lot of people are really off on Cursed Child, and I don't blame them. But to me, I really like Cursed Child just for the simple fact that it's more Harry Potter. And that's really it. Can also use the wand there. I didn't know that. What are your feelings? It's also funny that my second favorite book is Goblet of Fire, but that's my second least favorite movie. See, I know a lot of people don't like Goblet of Fire because there's a lot of stuff, again, missing from the books, but to me, it was fine in terms of the way it was told, other than the infamous Dumbledore scene. And I think out of all the movies, if there's one if I want to watch a really exciting Harry Potter movie that's also nostalgic, I don't think you can really go for anything other than Goblet of Fire, just because there's so much stuff that goes on in that movie, like all the different tasks and the intrigue and the characters and stuff like that. I don't think it can really be beat in terms of just nonstop action. Like, it doesn't feel like a movie that's as long as it is, if that makes sense. There's really not a lot of downtime. What's your favorite Harry Potter character? Lupin? Or Luna? One of the two. Really love Luna. Gotta love the Blue Owl, absolutely. I've never seen a single Harry Potter movie, but I've seen pictures of Hogwarts and it's cool. You should watch the movies. They're great. We added in the fireworks back from way back when in the Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes or Wizard Wheezes. They used to be there a long time ago, but we took them out because there was server lag, but now there's not, so there's no reason for them not to be there. This is I always confuse this with the one in Diagon Alley. This is quality Quidditch supplies. There's the Nimbus 2000 in the window. Flourish and Blots. Florian Fertucci's Ice Cream Emporium. Most of these interiors will probably get updated before version 4. Is it possible to make parrots texture? Yes, it is. But I explained earlier that I don't actually know how to model or to texture models. It's something I could look into, and I might, maybe, at some point in the future. But it's not really on the docket right now. First and second film are awesome for castle shots. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. The first two movies are great if you really want to get a sense of like the overall idea of Hogwarts. This is Ollivanders, by the way. And you can get a wand from here. We also have Scribblers writing implements, the Daily Prophet headquarters, some other stores in here. Like I said, some of these interiors are really old, like 2015, 2016 old, and absolutely need to be updated. So I'm not going to go into all of them because they're really not that pretty. I just spawn in white parrots and pretend they're owls. It's not a bad idea. Hello, 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 everybody. Here's Gringotts. We can go look at the vaults. I don't know how many of you guys have dug into... I don't know how many of you guys have dug into the regular vaults. Oop, I'm going backwards. If your least favorite book is Philosopher's Stone because it's the shortest, do you like Order of the Phoenix? It gets a lot of hate because it's really long, but I really like it because it's really long. I agree. I do really like Order of the Phoenix, and I know that some people really don't like it because it's so long, but I really enjoyed reading it. Again, like you said, because it's really long. I just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know, I guess it's easy to explain to you guys because you're also Harry Potter fans, but to me it's like the more I can spend with these characters, the better. So a longer book just means more time I can spend reading Harry Potter. It's great that you've been doing this for 6 years. Really shows your dedication. Thank you. I want to fit DA classroom and library into Stonebridge walls. Good luck with that. You gotta listen to the soundtracks and reading. I usually don't, but yeah. My favorite's Half-Blood Prince. In terms of books, yeah, you really can't go wrong with Half-Blood Prince. We're just gonna fly up to the next vault. So this is Harry's vault. He's flexing with all of his gold piles and all of his money. And then 713, this was Dumbledore's vault from Sorcerer's Stone, which had the Sorcerer's Stone in it. So you'll see we have the philosophers in here, but there's also Dumbledore's will, the Illuminator, the Golden Snitch, Tales of Beetle, the Tales of Beetle the Bard. People complain about how slow Deathly Hallows Part 1 is, but I think it's a great character piece when it comes to dealing with Harry Potter, Ron, and Hermione. It feels the most intimate, if you get me. I agree. I actually really like Deathly Hallows Part 1. I know it gets a lot of hate because people think it's slow, but if you really think about it, it's not really that slow. Like, a lot happens in that movie. Like, you have the whole battle of the Seven Potters right in the beginning, and then you have the wedding debacle, and you have the fight in Lucino's cafe, and then there is stuff on the run, but you have great character moments in the Forest of Dean, and then you have again one of the saddest scenes in the whole series when Harry visits his parents' graves in Godric's Hollow, and then you have that crazy scene with Nagini using what's her name's body? I forget. Oh, sorry, I haven't been reading chat. How do you guys do the animations? It's crazy. Ask Belkov because it's 100% him. I believe it's just a sequence of different clones, but it's still way too crazy for me to process. Have you been to the studio tour in London? I haven't been, but my friend Connor, who helped me tremendously in the beginning, was and has been there, and we actually used some of his pictures that he took there for reference of Diagon Alley. So, yeah. Opinion on Snape: has he been redeemed in your eyes, or do you still dislike him? 100%. 100% redeemed. 100%. I think Snape is one of the best characters in the series. I know he was always sort of like... Him and Malfoy are great examples of how you write a red herring villain perfectly. Snape was a little bit more of a red herring, I think, than Malfoy was, but Malfoy did have a bit of a redemption arc, I guess you could say. And Snape was the perfect villain who was never a villain. I am currently building Dragnod's tutorial Hogwarts for his son, or for my son, and if once I'm done, if my Hogwarts is a third as good as yours, I'd be happy. Oh, I'm sure it'll look great. And it's awesome that you're doing it for your son. Went to the tour last year. It was awesome. Oh, you're lucky. Mojang needs to see this. Mojang has seen this. Again, not to toot my own horn, I do work on the marketplace, so a lot of Mojang employees, I guess some Mojang employees have seen the map, and it was showcased on one of their build streams a few years ago. Bathilda Bagshot, there you go. Yeah, that's the name. Tor Belkov's Hogwarts. I can show off your guys' Hogwarts in this stream. Also in London, you can see what they used as the castle when doing the fat shots. Oh yeah, you can see Oxford. Oxford is a huge cathedral that they actually used for a lot of the East Wing of Hogwarts. So yeah, as well as or no, not Oxford. Am I stupid? They did use some of Oxford, I think, but they also used Durham Cathedral. Chase is he's gonna kill me. Lots of people I know dislike Snape even now. I think it's because he didn't get to fully prove himself for the person he was. Yeah. Why does Crazy Panda keep jumping into fire? I don't know. What would you use as a Horcrux? A grain of sand. And I would bury it on a beach, and nobody would ever find it. Oh yes, and of course, Alnwick Castle. Of course. I should know all this because we talk about Hogwarts references all the time. Okay, yeah, Oxford was Chamber of Reception. That makes sense. Also, if you didn't know, in Diagon Alley we also have Nocturne Alley. So we have such well-renowned places as Disto Phalanges or Elm, Wizard, Undertaker, and Embalmers. You know, like, why not get rid of some dead bodies? Cobb and Webb's, beautiful establishment, I've heard. The Coffin House, can't go wrong. Borgin and Burke's, obviously, name everybody knows. Um, Noggin and Bonts, you want Shrunken Heads, Moribunds, um, Betting Shop, not a very flattering name. I'm gonna get spammed with invites, so give me a moment to appear offline. Or not appear offline, do not disturb. Ooh. Beard trimming. You can't go wrong with a good beard trim. And tattoo shop, bats and skins, the White Wyvern. Yeah, just a whole bunch of sketchy, weird shops, which I'm guessing most of you probably would realize coming out of Nocturne Alley. Same have been to both. They were used for the exterior. Durham was from the viaduct to bell towers. Most of the castle in the early movies were on location. Oxford was also used for the Transfiguration courtyard when they had the big tree. I always think of Diagon Alley as it was in the Chamber of Secrets game. Yeah, I remember that. Somebody took a screenshot of your map on Xbox and it got pinned by Minecraft. Everybody in the comments thought he built it and I was furious unless he helps you and then he gets a pass. Yeah, that was actually Connor. Connor was he posted it way back when, back in like 2015, that got pinned. He took the picture of Hogwarts and did it because I didn't want to. And then I also got my ministry pinned, which I pinned myself. It's not supposed to do that more than once. Beard trimming shop sounds like a money laundering cover up. I agree. So this is the Black family tree. Obviously we're in Grimmauld Place. The animation was, the thing from Deathly Hallows. Screenshot was a few days after V3 came out. Really? Huh? I don't think that was me or anybody I know. I wasn't even aware that they still pin stuff. Where is the house? How do you get to it? I'll show you. So when you're in London, you will find, if you go to Privet Drive, which is right over there, you'd come this way, which would take you to London, which this is London. It's just these buildings. It's literally Grimmauld Square. It's a big square of the same looking houses, and then you find yourself number 12 and just walk on in. This is the kitchen area. It's supposed to be underground, but unfortunately, because the map's super flat, it can't really be in the basement, so it's here. The first time the Illager jumped at me, I threw my phone. Don't go into ghoul studies then. This is the living room area. This is the bathroom. This is the room Harry, Ron, and Hermione stayed in Order of the Phoenix. This is Regulus fucking Arcturus Black's room, RAB, obviously. This is where they find the fake locket, I believe. Or no, they don't find the locket here. They ask Creature where the fucking locket is. But yeah, the fake locket had his initials on it. Which, poor Dumbledore, he had to drink that dreadful potion, and all they ended up doing was getting a fake Horcrux. Wait, what? There are jump scares? There's two. There's one in Grimwell Place and there's one in Ghoul Studies. I took some screenshots for Xbox for reference pics. Sorry, I didn't know. I don't think that's what they're talking about. Minecraft pin stuff when you send them direct messages sometimes. At least they did back in the day. They would pin stuff to their dashboard so people would see it on the community feed. That's different than you guys taking screenshots for inspiration. You can 100% do that if you need. Least favorite character? Ooh. I don't know. Lavender, maybe? Hate jump scares, got traumatized by a screamer. Me too, man. I hate jump scares. I am a little pussy. I can't watch horror movies. I just don't. This is Westminster Palace, the clock tower as well. A huge project that I thought I'd be able to do was build all of Westminster, and I never ended up doing it. Obviously, I did the facade and, Big Ben, quote unquote, which the clock tower, as I've been told many times, is not Big Ben. The Big Ben is the bell inside the tower. So yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite builds, though. I've always wanted to do this tower, because obviously it's an iconic building in London, and I think I did a pretty good job on it. This was something Belkov did. This is Wool's Orphanage and the shitty town around it. So we have rooms down here. And this is Tom Riddle's room. You might remember it from Half-Blood Prince. Oh, it's called Elizabeth Tower. Okay. Big Ben is the bell is the British first, and I've never heard that. That's what I've been told. I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is, but sister used to live in London, worked for government. That's cool. I've never been anywhere outside of the US. Updates on Azkaban. Azkaban's done. What do you think of the Flu Network? Well, let me show you this neat little thing. Oh, it sets on fire. I think there's something in your wardrobe trying to get out, Tom. A neat little detail Belkov did. Yes, what Belkov said. It's very impressive. Obviously, it's a gorgeous build in terms of being a build. They've gone on record and said that the building, the castle itself is not supposed to, or wasn't made to be accurate, which I understand as much as I don't like it. I 100% understand. What they did in terms of gameplay and all of their custom models and stuff are beautiful, obviously. Like, I can't sit here and be like, ooh, it's kind of crappy because, But in terms of, like, the gameplay and how much there is to do on their map, I can't fault it. It's beautiful, in that sense. I've traveled down east coast of US, but that's it. Well, I live on the east. Is this going to be a video when you finish because I want to follow what you guys are doing? Yeah. It should be a video. It's going to be a long video, but it should be a video. I might make an update video before, or maybe not before I put out the new download, but at some point, yeah. It'll be a bit more condensed instead of me just answering your guys' questions and stuff. I love New York and DC. I've been to New York for a few hours and I hated it. I loved it because I got to visit one of my friends who I've known for a long time who lives in New York. for the first time. But I hate it because the traffic sucks and the roads are really small and everybody's an asshole. But other than that, like visually, it's a beautiful city. So here's the ministry. You might notice some differences. There hasn't been a lot, and there's going to be stuff that's unfinished here as well. But we fixed the arch, so it's more of a circular arch, as well as the circular arches for the fireplaces. Subway awful at times. I never even considered going on a subway in New York, so I imagine 100% it absolutely sucks. Um, there's stuff being changed here, so yeah. There's this tower that's new. All this stuff. I mean, all these offices and such. Obviously, the ministry is gigantic. There's Mad Eye Moody's magical eye. Um, Evil bitch's office. I don't like bedrock, glitchy, very dark. I think it's mostly only dark because I'm streaming. My Elgato makes everything look way darker than it actually is. And I've tried my best with light blocks and such. I once went skiing in Vermont. That state looked great in the fall. Well, I live in New Hampshire, which is literally right next to Vermont. And yes, our falls are absolutely beautiful. Well, only 10% battery left on my iPad, and I'm rather past bedtime. Let's see if I can make it go to 0. There was a guy asking for money. I live near Glasgow in Scotland. Oh, dude, I'd love to live in Scotland. I'm sure you hear that all the time, but honestly, like, well, for one, Hogwarts is in Scotland, and for two, I don't know, like the Isles and stuff north of Scotland are absolutely gorgeous. Love the detail of Mad Eye's eye. I agree. Dark on yours too. I don't know then, man. I don't know. I don't think the Department of Mysteries TP works right now. So we're gonna have to cheat and show you guys where the Department of Mysteries stuff is, because it's currently being reworked. I prefer Edinburgh. Scotland. Scotland is a land of poets, authors, myths, and magic. And ghouls. Or ghosts. Lots of ghosts. See, that sounds awesome to me. So this was the Hall of Prophecies. We actually replaced, or Belkov rather, replaced the sea lanterns with the new soul lanterns, which look a lot more like prophecies than obviously the gigantic, hunkering, huge sea lanterns looked like. This is... if I can find the door. This is one of the courtrooms, which doesn't have the floor, which kind of stinks because we're going to have to place it back and it doesn't have the damn floor. Good job, Chase. But this was the courtroom from Order of the Phoenix, the first, the one Harry goes on trial for using Expecto Patronum in the Muggle world, obviously. I've been on dozens of ghost hunts, more ghosts in Edinburgh. It's ancient. But that stuff's cool to me. I love how, like... I love how I'm like, I hate scary movies, but going on ghost hunts sounds so fun. Saying hi from Western Pennsylvania. Your videos are so cool. I've been trying to make a Harry Potter castle, but I could never find the right inspiration until I started watching your videos. Thank you. I hope you started working on it. Again, I've been plugging it this whole stream, but Dragnod's Discord is really good for finding not only other people to help you with Hogwarts, but to give you inspiration and ideas. And they're also really good for reference pictures. There's an entire channel on their Discord, literally just made for reference pictures. So it's honestly one of the best places for Hogwarts related builds and stuff. That's going to need to be changed. Have you got the park from the opening sequence of Order of the Phoenix? No. I do have the park from from the earlier parts of Prisoner of Azkaban, though. I believe this is the courtroom from Deathly Hallows, Part 2. Yes, it is. I've taken creepy pictures. I'll tweet you with pics if you want. Sure. I've been trying to find the screenshots to tell you where to view it, but I have no luck so far. To tell me where to view what? Hey Poetic, absolutely love your V3 of Hogwarts, and I always love to play it with my Potterhead friends. Just wanted to say a huge thanks once again for creating this map. Much love. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoy it. That's one of the biggest things for me when making this map originally was back on the 360 there wasn't a lot of really nice Hogwarts maps, and my map obviously I originally made on the Xbox 360, and I really wanted to build a Hogwarts that was, you know, even if it wasn't the best build because of, you know, I didn't have like World Edit and PC stuff and all that fancy stuff that, you know, people take advantage of when building Hogwarts maps. I at least wanted to make it sort of like, I don't know, like to where if a Potter fan found the map, they would see like one reference and be like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, it's such a small little details. I'm a very big sucker for small details, in case you haven't noticed. I use the smallest little details for no reason. The screenshot of Hogwarts. I'm confused. Oh. You want a specific shot of the castle. Okay. I've been playing since V1 of Hogwarts, and I can't wait for the new V4 of the map. Do you know when it'll be released? So, with most things that I do, not only just building Hogwarts, but pretty much all of my builds, I am really bad at deadlines. Like, I suck at deadlines. So, to give you an answer, I don't know. But it shouldn't be too much longer. I do want to get it out by the end of the year. Hopefully in the next month or two. We don't have too much left to do, but there are stuff that I really want to switch up before a new version goes up. Like fiddling with updating interiors and stuff like that. Like some of the stuff that's older that could use a little bit of modern paint job, so to speak. I went online searching for some good maps, and when I saw all the little details in your map, my mind broke in half. Thank you. Just add the entire Beetle and Bards thing in one book. I mean, I don't know if it's possible. It might be. It might be possible. If I can get down here. This is the astronomy room. You can view all this stuff in V3. All of this stuff I'm showing you right now. It's all just not part of the ministry currently because we're doing a little bit of renovating down below it. And we want to remake the what's it called? the room with the doors. Sounds awesome, and I understand. What would be the newest changes to V4? So, um, this will be made into a VOD after I'm done. So if you want to scroll back and look at some of the stuff that I showed off earlier, you can go ahead and do that. There's going to be a whole new Hogwarts grounds area, a bunch of new terraforming. There's a new Quidditch pitch. There is new updates around the castle. In terms of like a new bridge instead of having two viaduct bridges. We got rid of the training grounds and added a whole 7th floor corridor and updated like Slughorn's office and charms and some stuff like that. And Chase is working with me to update stuff in like Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. And usable wands as well are a thing that'll be coming in V4. As you can see, they're used to open stuff like the Slytherin Common Room and the Chamber of Secrets and stuff like that. I mean, someone wrote the entire Bible in Minecraft on Java, so you know, I mean, okay then. Mystification Department, yeah. V10 of the map can have all of the Fantastic Beasts locations from where to find them. Crimes of Grindelwald in the 3rd movie coming out next year. Yeah, I doubt that. Nurmengard. If 3 versions have taken 6 years, V10 will be a thing in 2040. Yeah, that's likely. Somebody wanted to see the Quidditch World Cup earlier, so let's go look at that. So the teleport to the Quidditch World Cup will take you right into the Ministry box. How ironic that the Half-Blood Prince soundtrack is playing right now. So this is the Quidditch World Cup. I didn't put the sail on the top because I'm a lazy bastard. Sorry, my nose is runny. But yeah, Quidditch World Cup. Belkov created an amazing machine to help fill this out because doing this by hand would have taken so long. Have I got a PS4? You should start Hogwarts and Dreams. I do. And I do also have Dreams. And the other day I was on there in VR exploring I believe there's 2 Hogwartses on there, and they're both really nice. And viewing them in VR was really cool. Maybe I'll do a stream of that at some point as well. But yeah, this is the Quidditch World Cup. Belkov did an amazing job doing the walls up and stuff, and there's an opening here to the top box and another opening on the other side. That'll take you to like staff rooms, team rooms for like, you know, the different world teams, toilets. You know, you got Bulgaria, Ireland, Transylvania. Minecraft VR and PSVR and Oculus. Yeah, I heard that they were putting Minecraft on VR on PS4. I'm absolutely going to have to buy Minecraft on the PS4 now so I can view this map in VR. Not gonna lie, I'm not a really big fan of the Fantastic Beasts movies. I find them a bit boring and slow. Nothing beats the Harry Potter movies. Yeah, to me, I don't think the best way to go into watching Fantastic Beasts was expecting anything on the same level as Harry Potter, because to be fair, nothing's ever going to beat it. especially for us in the sense that some of us who are a little bit older, or even not even some of us who are a little bit older, but just some of us in general, um, we grew up with Harry Potter. So like nothing will ever replace the nostalgia that's there, you know? And if you go into Fantastic Beasts just expecting it to be, Harry Potter but worse, it doesn't really help anyone, you know? But to be fair, I didn't really like Fantastic Beasts too much. I did really like the first movie. I actually really liked the first movie a lot. But the second movie felt like way too transitional, and it's not a movie that can stand out on its own, which is a thing that some people also felt that way about Deathly Hallows Part 1, but in that sense, it's a Part 1 to a two-part movie. But no other Harry Potter movie in the series can you not pick one out and decide to watch from beginning to end and feel like you watched a cohesive story from beginning to end. I feel like Fantastic Beasts 2 just missed out on the whole sense of like, here's the beginning, middle, and end of this movie. It just felt like here's the beginning, middle, and then it just ends. Um, One toilet for all the people in the stands. I can't think of the state of that during the Quidditch World Cup. If I ever got bored of building Hogwarts, absolutely. I get bored all the time building Hogwarts. How did you do that with the snake in the air? Ask Belkov. Well, the fire in the dark mark is amazing. Yep. Again, Belkov's work. Still hyped for Fantastic Beasts 3. I'm looking forward to it too, but I just wish the second movie was better. When me and my friends were exploring the Quidditch World Cup, we saw the dark mark in the sky. We all got fright in our lives. Good. We'll take the port key back to the burrow. This area needs to be updated. How do you activate it? Yeah, when it gets to midnight, it'll trigger it. I think you need to use a wand as well to cast Most Mater. By the way, my three favorite scenes from Fantastic Beasts 2, even though it wasn't a great movie, were the Grindelwald ones, like his speech, and the one with the Protego Diabolica. I mean, there were good scenes in the second movie, but as a full movie, it felt very lackluster. You potentially add the tent. That's Belkov's call again. He didn't want to do it for the sense that the tent already kind of exists in the Forest of Dean, so it's kind of redundant to make, I guess. All right, I'm caught up with chat. So this is the burrow. I'm sure you guys have seen it. This is Mr. Weasley's junk shed. If you didn't know, Luna's house is actually right over here. Luna's house area needs a little bit of help too. So this is the Lovegood residence. I absolutely adore their house. It's such a shame it gets blown up the only time you've ever seen it, but I really like their house. Partly because I'm just a Luna mark and I love her, and just her house, I guess their house, her and her dad's house, is so like unique and little, and keep off the dirigible plums. Another small detail. Um, this is like this is meant to be the printing press for the Quibbler, and This is the kitchen area. And then this is where they were having tea in Deathly Hallows Part 1 when Hermione was reading The Tale of the Three Brothers. Hey, Belcom, can you potentially... I want to see how Dumbledore will manage to break the blood pact. I love to love good revenants. He said love twice, but I don't care. Can a question be asked? Who do you think is scarier, Aragog or the concept of Voldemort that they didn't use? Aragog, 100%. I'm fucking terrified of spiders. And that scene in Chamber of Secrets has scared me since a child, and it still scares me today. That model of Aragog that they built is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm also way past bedtime. I have to answer to the wife tomorrow. Go to bed, Belkov. This is Luna's room, by the way. And this is Xenophilius' room. I also really love the name Xenophilius. I've used it for certain characters that I've created for games. So, it's an awesome name. I'm like Ron when it comes to spiders, exactly. Except Ron is way more ballsy than me because I would have never even gone into the woods. Seeing the line of tarantulas walking into the woods would be enough to make me go, nope. Sorry, Harry. Just take Fang and go on your own, please. Where's Hufflepuff's cup? It is in Bellatrix's vault. And Gringotts. Is there anywhere you guys want to see? Anything on the docket that you haven't seen before or you want to see? Because we've pretty much gone over most changes, other than a few interior changes Chase did earlier today. Everybody who... Oh, Nurmengard. Yes, I'll look at Nurmengard. Everyone who collaborated on this project is a legend. Thank you. I'm sure everybody will appreciate that. Big shout outs to Connor and Belkov and Chase, as well as my friend Brent. All huge contributors to this map. Huge. Malfoy Manor. Okay, we'll look at Malfoy Manor and Nurmengard. Stream back. Everybody reset your streams or refresh the page or whatever. Sorry about that. People are resetting the router. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry about all the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry. Is it better now? Okay, cool. So yeah, Malfoy Manor. This is the ballroom from Deathly Hallows Part 1. Down here is the cellar that they were all kept. Ugh, they were all kept in. Harry Potter music intensifies. Yeah. Yeah, it got really loud. So here's a bedroom. I really like the 4 poster beds I managed to make for Malfoy Manor. Library. I really like this library as well. A little tea room here. We go up, we start going to bedrooms. I think this door might be empty. Yes, it is. Master bedroom. This is Narcissa and Lucius's room. Obviously very fancy because they're super fucking rich. Your favorite version of Hogwarts is Half-Blood Prince? Don't let Chase hear you say that. This is just a random bedroom. There's a shared bathroom with a big bathtub in it. And 2 toilets, because why not? There's sort of a landing here in the middle, which brings you out to the front door. And then to the front entrance. This was all, the front of this, the entire building actually was built by Belkov. I did the interiors though. Without those towers next to the Transfiguration courtyard, there is no, it makes no sense for a library to be there, I guess. I've been searching, I still can't find the Resurrection Stone. If you scroll back on the stream, you'll find that there is a moment where excuse me, bless me, I don't know. If you go to Dumbledore's grave, hit the button, get the Elder Wand, and you go towards, like, a little bit back behind Dumbledore, or not Dumbledore, behind Hagrid's hut, you'll find an area with a chiseled stone brick. You stand on that with the wand, it'll take you to Limbo from Deathly Hallows Part 2. And then you will find the Resurrection Stone in a chest underneath the bench. This sounds like Dark Souls. Their Kemp is dancing mad. Yeah, I'm listening to the game soundtrack. There's a better. I think Malfoy's room's up here. Or Malfoy. I think Draco's bedroom's here. Gets his own bathroom as well. Spoiled little shit. Rich Boy Manor, exactly. So this is the aviary. For some reason they have an aviary in their house. Previous to building this, I had no clue what an aviary even was. or that people put them in their houses. And then just a bunch of seating. I actually really like this room. Even to this day. This was built a little while ago now. I really like how this room looks. Conservatory as well. Again, not something I expect people to put in their house, but nonetheless. That's mostly Malfoy Manor. Now there are rooms, there are a lot of doors that just have nothing behind them, and I understand that that's kind of lazy, but when I was looking through rooms in the Malfoy Manor, I could only get so many of them, you know? And then, like, what do I do with all these extra rooms? I don't know. I got lazy. Writing a spell book with Latin-based spells got like 5,000 so far? Jesus Christ. Music room. It's partly part of the dining hall area. This is not the dining room from the beginning of Deathly Hallows Part 1. That was in the ballroom. Game room. Got a billiards table. A bunch of other nonsense. It's mostly just a billiards table. Or pool. And then the kitchen. And pantry. Yeah, so that's Malfoy Manor. For me, the biggest thing about Malfoy Manor is the ballroom, because it's pretty much the only real room you see in the movies. Bro, you can't really call yourself lazy when you build so much other stuff, like an entire castle. Yeah, I mean, I use lazy as sort of like a... I mean, it is lazy. What else do you call it? You know, it's... I built so much, sure, but then I get lazy to do a specific thing. It's just laziness. What was the other thing that was requested? It was Malfoy Manor and then something else. Nermangard, of course. People complain too much about Hermione being too excited about school, but as muggles we would be as excited as her. Absolutely. So this is Nermangard. This was built by Belkov entirely. This was the prison that obviously Grindelwald was in. I literally got on the map one day and Belkov was like, I built Nermangard. And I was like, huh, okay. So you have to Alohomora the door open. And then there's this huge staircase. It takes you up to this locked door. And then Grindelwald is up here. So this is all the room we got. Oh look, there he is. I didn't know he was even in here. Is Nermangard Prison new? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure if it was in version 3 or not. And there's a couple of other cells, but I mean, Nermangard was pretty much, you know, just made for Grindelwald, really. The tree commands aren't working for you? I don't know, man. I didn't make them. I don't recall it being in V3. Maybe it's not. Is it me or Grindelwald's a little gray today? I don't remember Grindelwald having such a big nose. I mean, hey, you know, hey. Anyway, we'll go back to Hogwarts, do a little bit of a fly around, but then we'll go check out Chase and Belkov's Hogwarts, because they deserve just as much recognition for what they've done. Belkov, the god of command blocks? Absolutely. He'll say no, but it's true. So yeah, I mean that's a very long, extensive tour of Hogwarts. Tried to download the updated version. I kept saying it was timed out. I wish I could help, but I don't know. I think the Clock Tower, playing V3, and I think the Clock Tower version is my favorite area. Good, because it's the best area. Hashtag Clock Tower Gang. Load. Clock Tower Gang Gang, baby. Chase, if you want to go load up your map in a not realm, or I'll just go on the realm or whatever. So this was my Hogwarts. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? I don't know how many of you guys have seen it, but this is a cool little perspective piece that I like to show people whenever I show them around. It's a little bit buried now, but this is the first block. What is Shell Cottage? Shell Cottage is Bill and Floor's home in Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. You're such an underrated YouTuber. I mean, I have my audience, and I'm fine with that. I ain't one to become too big-headed when it comes to getting supporters and stuff, you know. The fact that I even have over 2,000 subscribers in the first place is still mind-boggling to me, and that's, I mean, more than enough in my eyes. Like, I feel safe to say that you guys have been just as good to me as hopefully I've been to you, and that's also very important to me. Perspective is a huge thing that people take for granted, I think. So this is Chase's Hogwarts. Now Chase's Hogwarts is based on Sorcerer's Stone. So you'll see some huge differences between my castle and his. Oh my god, I just visited your ministry. Your ministry is amazing. Thank you. Hopefully some Harry Potter YouTubers or even Harry Potter actors and actresses will notice your incredible work one day, maybe. But that's not really a goal. My biggest goal, and I said it earlier, was that I created something that a lot of other Harry Potter fans can really enjoy. That was always the goal from the beginning, was just make something that not only I could view as really cool, but other people as well. But yeah, this is Chase's Hogwarts. It's, again, Sorcerer's Stone, so it's very different from mine. Breaking into his Great Hall, which he did today, I believe. Which looks a lot nicer than his old Great Hall. Not that his old Great Hall looked bad. But it's nice. He doesn't have the ceiling in yet, but he should be doing the same ceiling that I had. I actually updated acacia planks so that he could have the dark blue roofs that were common for well, I mean, this is the color of the roofs in that Hogwarts is supposed to have. So I updated my texture pack for him to have these blue roofs, and they're really nice. They look a lot like the earlier films. You know what I think this Hogwarts really needs? But yeah, Chase's Hogwarts is incredible. The terraforming needs to be changed a bit, but he recently redid a lot of the castle, so... So if you guys can notice differences between the older castle and the newer castle, you know, the Great Hall is a lot taller, or up higher. It's not taller, but it's up higher. The Chamber of Reception on my map is a courtyard, which has changed. Boathouse is different. The middle tower is also different. There's no tower on the quad. He doesn't have his greenhouses in because he sucks. The bell towers are a lot taller in the later movies. The defense against the Dark Arts Tower is not in my Hogwarts. It's actually the Astronomy Tower replaced the defense against the Dark Arts Tower and was placed right where that is. The training grounds in general were just massively changed, which are now also unfinished. I build better? Yeah, okay. No one cares. But yeah, Chase's Hogwarts is beautiful. And he'll say no in chat, but it's true. I made the Swamping Willow for him. It's a little bit different than mine, but the Whomping Willow in the Chamber of Secrets was different. Listen, dude, I don't think you're lying. I just don't care. This is just Dragonod's Quidditch pitch. Chase stole it. But Drag did a great job building this, so... No, I don't want to tour your builds. I don't even know who you are. Chase just TP me there. So this is Chase's Ministry of Magic. His hallway's a hell of a lot longer than mine. It's also a lot taller. And he has the Department of Mysteries in the right spot, which is what we're working on as well. So this will be added to mine as well, but this area is so cool. And then there's this, which I believe is where... Yeah, so here's the Department of Mysteries. Or the Mystification Department. Am I kid friendly? No. Absolutely not. So he doesn't have any of the departments yet, but he will. In due time, I'm sure. And that statue is fire. I mean, yeah. I believe Martig's did this statue. Have you guys ever seen Martig's Hogwarts? It's one of the nicest ones. I'm not gonna cap the music, makes the stream 100% better. Yep, I agree. So Chase's Ministry is really nice. It's really big. He has a lot of stuff that even I don't have, which is why we're sort of renovating around mine. He actually, I believe, has sort of interiors in every single one of the offices, which is fucking insane. I don't even have that. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that. Anybody seen Flu Network's Hogwarts? It's crazy? Yeah, it is crazy. It's not the best Hogwarts I've ever seen. And I'm not saying mine's better. But I've seen other ones that I like more just because they're more accurate. Anyway, that's kind of Chase's whole thing. Chase is a beautiful Hogwarts. Give him some love in the chat. I'll probably make a video of it at some point once he actually starts to add some stuff back, because he tore most of it down to rebuild it. So we'll look at Belkov's Hogwarts real quick, because again, Belkov did all of my command blocks on my Hogwarts, and he absolutely deserves all the recognition that he can get, because the dude's a wizard. No pun intended. Now, man, I'm just looking at Hogwarts today. I'm about to end stream soon, because my voice is starting to go. So here's Belkov's Hogwarts. His is based off Goblet of Fire, I believe. So, again, you're going to see a bit of a difference in the castle, which I'll point out. So, with my castle, obviously I have the Astronomy Tower, but he doesn't. He has the Dark Tower, which was introduced in Prisoner of Azkaban, obviously. That's where Sirius was held. There's the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower, which is blended in with this tower, which is a different design. Um, here's the training grounds towers. Again, I want to preface this. Um, I know for a fact, first of all, I know for a fact that Belkov built this. Um, and second of all, I would like to also preface that Belkov wasn't really, he hasn't been playing Minecraft that long, to be honest, which is crazy. The first real bit of things he did building wise was on my map a long time ago, and he really just does commands, and he wanted to just try his hand at building. So the fact that he managed to build this and he's really not that well versed in building is pretty crazy. So he doesn't have terrain in yet. He's working on it, as you can see. It's a floating tower. There's the grand staircase and the great hall and the viaduct courtyard, the viaduct bridge, and the viaduct building as well. The middle tower. Don't know why he's going for a double stone bridge, but I don't think he's keeping it because... Okay, temporary. This is his quad. Very nice windows. I need to help him with the arches on that viaduct bridge. They look way too sharp. Don't tell him I said that. This is his entrance hall. Not sure why he decided to do the statues on the walls, because those were only introduced in Deathly Hallows. Here's the Hogwarts architect. Here's his great hall. He also has the same ceiling, which doesn't go all the way yet for him, but I'm sure he'll fix that. Yeah. Looks 10 times better than mine, to be honest. I've been playing for 10 years. I mean, Belkov is absolutely a Minecraft prodigy. He picked up really quickly off stuff that I taught him. I don't think his Great Hall or the Grand Staircase is finished because it's just I don't think it is. But yeah, he picked up a lot of stuff off me really quickly. And I've not picked up anything off of him when it comes to commands. I picked up a little bit actually, but not a lot. Kinda looks cool in the terraforming. Looks like it's floating by magic. Oh, I don't have wings. So here's the clock tower. Why did the music go off? Here's the clock tower, and then the wood bridge. Very nice wood bridge, if I do say so myself. He made it both crooked, sideways, and upside down, which... Fuck, not even I did. And clock tower courtyard. And his best attempt at a cherry tree. Would you like to join me on your Hogwarts V3 version? No. Mainly because I've been streaming for a long time, my voice hurts. Or not my voice, but my throat. An attempt at Whomping Willow. The ruins. And a bunch of command stuff. because it wouldn't be Belkov's map if there wasn't a bunch of this littered everywhere. I do actually have the Ender Dragon Egg as the golden egg in the first task. But yeah, that's Belkov's Hogwarts. I mean, he's... Like I said, he wasn't really a builder. And he kind of just came in and started building. And this is the result. And it's quite nice, actually. He has really good designs. Like, I really like these light designs, for example. Can I play on your Hogwarts on my channel? Absolutely, please. If you make a video about it, tweet me too. I like how big and grand his doors are. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream. Because we've been streaming for a long time and I'm hungry. Thank you guys for watching so much. It's been crazy, you know, the whole 6 years on the channel of making Hogwarts and videos and stuff and showing it off and all that jazz. Again, big thanks to Chase, who just left the realm, and Belkov and Connor and Brent and everybody else who's ever helped on my Hogwarts. They absolutely deserve the recognition. They're great people. The Dragonaut Discord, you should absolutely check out, because it's really good if you like to build Hogwartses. There's a lot of really cool people there who are always willing to help do stuff when it comes to building, as well as giving references. Generally, like, you know, sometimes if you need ideas or you need inspiration, or, you know, if you're like, I don't know what this edge of the castle looks like or this end of the castle looks like, you literally can just ask and somebody will find you like 15 to 20 reference pictures of where the location is, what it looks like, how to build it. So let me see if I can post that in chat real quick. When will V4 come out? I'll say again before we finish off, V4 will be coming soon, hopefully, and soon TM at the end. Hopefully in the next month or two. We still have a little bit of stuff to do, but not too much, so before that, you'll obviously be notified by a video saying, like, here's V4 and stuff like that. Nice stream, really enjoyed this moment of my day, thank you. I'm glad you decided to spend so much time in your guys' day to watch me lose my voice. Bye. Goodbye. Thank you guys again.